Hello everyone, my name is Emerion and welcome back to another reaction video, but at the same time kind of a theory thinker. So this is Elite Cameraman's channel. Go check him out, link in description. Help him reach 70k. Hold on, let me. Yeah, help him reach 70k. Help him reach far and beyond. So yeah, this is his latest video because the Skibidi toilets, the Skibidi animated universe that what I call at least SAO, just released the fuck boom. He just released a new video for episode 55, and then the Elite Cameraman is truly elite because he already made a new video. So check him out.
Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. Episode 55 of Skibidi Toilet was just released and we have so many things to talk about. There might be many things you didn't catch in this episode because of the many things that were happening.
I didn't catch anything is because I'm too lazy to think. I'm just enjoying. I'm sorry.
At once, so buckle up.
Okay.
I'll show you all the secrets and Easter eggs in episode 55
yes,
that you might have missed or didn't notice. Did you catch where the secret agent was in this episode? We'll talk about everything in this episode, including the secret agent watching over the plunger cameraman's movements, the new giant skull Skibidi toilet that was in today's episode, and how this new technology could affect the war.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredibly
episodes.
dangerous for that one.
Anyways, watch the video until the end so that you don't miss any interesting secrets. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of these analysis videos. Here we go. We start the episode seeing the plunger cameraman on top of a dead Skibidi toilet pile that most likely the plunger cameraman handled all himself. And I don't know if it's just me, but in the first second of the video, he looks like he is having some deep thoughts maybe about the war, or reflecting up on himself because he is killing so many entities without any mercy. Or maybe he is just tired of the war, and he just wants to go back to normal. He rose to the top too fast when you think about it. It really must be tiring to handle all the expectations for him at this point. Right after this moment, we see that we are in a ruined city. You might think that we are in the same desert-like ruined city from episode 47, but in this episode, the creator of the series didn't include any maps in the description section. But if we go to episode 47's description and check the map there, we can clearly see that this is a different place. Unless the creator of the series wants us to think that it's the same place as episode 47. If you do ask me, it would make more sense that this is the same place from episode 47, because as you know, the new upgraded electromagnetic parasite disabler tank is made to cure the infected Titan speakerman and remember where he was running away to in episode 47. He was most likely trying to get to the Skibidi toilet headquarters, and it's most likely close to this ruined, deserted city. This would also explain why there are so many different upgraded Skibidi toilets that we haven't seen before in the same place. We might even get to see more and more new weird Skibidi toilets in the coming episodes because of how close we are to their base. But
actually, yeah, that's true. Like, if you think about it, they would not lure you towards their base on purpose. When you find it, they will be prepared with stronger entities. But while they are still preparing, they would probably just lead you away. That actually would make sense. Very smart.
Before we talk about the Skibidi toilets in today's episode, let's talk about the fact that the secret agent is back yet again. As you know, I talked about my theory on the secret agent and how he is watching over plunger cameraman's movements in my other videos, and this episode further confirms my theory. Last time we saw the secret agent was in episode 52 on top of the roof, watching over plunger cameraman yet again.
What the?
I don't really know the reason behind this, but my guess is that since the plunger cameraman is unique and different compared to other cameraman, maybe he is curious as to why that is, or he is just there to watch their movements and attack at the right time. What do you think? Do you think the secret agent is an enemy or an ally?
Probably.
Personally, I think that he is an enemy and will become one of the main villains later on in the series. Also, if you have seen my video about the secret agent, I talked about him most likely having some teleporting tech that allows him to go wherever he wants, whenever he wants, because he is so fast when it comes to movement. This would explain why no one in the Skibidi universe hasn't noticed him yet. I really do wonder when he is actually going to start showing up more. Oh, before we continue on to the newly upgraded Skibidi bathtub, let's not forget to mention the simp cameraman with the brown coat from episode 54. He truly is a hero taking on this mission to impress his one and only true love, the TV woman. He better wins the whole war for her sake. Today's episode was a little hectic when it came to Skibidi toilets. First of all, we can see that large cameramen have changed their stun batons and started dual-wielding the stun guns. We again see the stun guns in use when the rocket launcher helicopter Skibidi toilets come and shoot rockets at the electromagnetic parasite disabler tank. But from what we can see, rockets are useless against the tank now, and it's heavily protected. Also, even though I thought the circular shapes on the back were rocket boosts, it looks like they are some sort of fuel to most likely fuel the parasite disabler beam.
Maybe it's just fuel barrels.
Right after this, we get to see a new, upgraded version of the Skibidi bathtub from episode 41. As you know, they most likely died in episode 40.
Elite cameraman, if you see my video, I thought this was a fridge. I actually thought it was a fridge. I'm so sorry.
And this is a completely new version of the Skibidi bathtub. Now they have 5 rocket launchers and 2 jetpacks to be able to fly easily. But their faces change from angry to scared instantly after the arrival of the Titan cameraman, and it doesn't last long before they are dead. We see the Titan cameraman use his blaster on his left hand to kill the one in the middle and punch the one on the right side and just throw them into a building to explode them afterwards. Is it just me, or was Titan cameraman more violent and mad in this episode? It feels like something happened between episode 53, and now that got him so mad.
Maybe... Okay, I have a theory to go along with yours. Maybe he got angry is because he got severely damaged and lost a lot of his comrades, or maybe one of his favorite cameraman got killed, and then he's not upset, you know, like Doom guy. He lost his pet rabbit and his family, you know. Just saying.
Even though Titan cameraman never had mercy against Skibidi toilets, I feel like this episode he was going a little too hard. Anyways, after he kills the Skibidi bathtub, we see the new UFO-looking toilet that can go to super speeds, just like the glitched toilet again, and he is killing the cameraman helicopters, and Titan cameraman goes to deal with him. But this was sadly a distraction because what's to come was even worse. I'm 100% sure that this was planned out by the Skibidi toilets, and it honestly surprised me. The following seconds are devastating moments for the cameramen. A new Skibidi toilet is introduced, and it's a giant skull Skibidi toilet. The cameramen try and use their stun guns at the same time, but it has no effect because this Skibidi toilet is already dead. Why would he get stunned? This Skibidi toilet most likely is one of the Skibidi toilets that were burned down by Titan cameramen's newly upgraded core, either in episode 50 or 51. The scientist Skibidi toilet somehow found a way to resurrect or use dead Skibidi toilets and bring them back to life, if you can call this life, that is. This new technology that they discovered could turn the tides back and give the Skibidi a huge advantage. Imagine if they use this technology that can resurrect an animal.
I wonder how painful it is for the acid. I mean, like, one of the cameramen that got burned, like, was still alive and then slowly died down.
Made the dead Skibidi toilets all the time. The Alliance would need to kill them not just once, but twice every single time, technically doubling the Skibidi toilet's army size. It's not just that, but the giant skull Skibidi toilet was also very powerful from what we can gather. We see the giant skull Skibidi toilet puking some sort of acid that melts down the new upgraded parasite disabler tank and killing the cameramen that were near the acid instantly. The distraction from the Skibidi toilets worked so well for their side, and they got to destroy the parasite disabler, but this doesn't mean that the giant skull Skibidi toilet can get away with this. Seconds later, we see the Titan cameraman come kicking in and breaking the giant skull Skibidi toilet's helmet, and blowing his head up with his beam gun on his left arm. But after shooting the skull toilet, some acid gets on it, and he needs to get rid of it. What does he do? He literally grabs it and throws it onto the skull Skibidi toilets that's on the ground. When the POV looks down, we can't see the giant skull anymore, which most likely implies that it's burnt to its ashes at this point. But the thing is, the Skibidi toilets already won this battle, destroying the parasite disabler. We already saw that the Titan cameraman was enraged in this.
At least the sim didn't die.
episode, and I wonder what's gonna happen after this point. As you know, Titan cameraman always gave a thumbs up before, but in this episode he didn't even give a thumbs up. The Skibidi toilets are most likely going to see the bad side of the Titan cameraman in the next episode. I'm actually very hyped about it. What do you think is going to happen in the next episode? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the plunger cameraman.
Yep. Loading. Beep. Alright, so this one is the episode of the secret agent.
Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll talk about the mystery of Boom's character in the series, also known as the secret agent. We keep seeing him more and more as the series goes on, which clearly indicates that he is going to become one of the main characters as the series goes on. And in this video, I'll show you all the secrets and Easter eggs you missed about this mysterious secret agent. Watch the video till the end, so you don't miss anything interesting secrets. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of these analysis videos. You can also comment down below which theory video you want to see next. Anyways, here we go. People have speculated that the first time we saw the secret agent was episode 44, but if we zoom in enough, we can clearly see that this silhouette is not the secret agent, but a TV man, because the head looks very square. And it does make sense. This is an episode where Cinema Man shows up, and until this point, we've never seen the agent up close. So Dafouk most likely wouldn't put anything that people will have no idea how to speculate up on before showing it slightly. In episode 45, 2 seconds into the video, we see a human standing inside a house, just standing there in the middle of the battleground. We also see the plunger cameraman outside the house, which made look into it more because when you think about it, almost in every secret agent appearance, the plunger cameraman was there also. Could this mean that the secret agent is keeping an eye on the plunger cameraman?
Probably.
I'll talk about this later in the video as we talk about the other appearances of the secret agent, so make sure to watch until the end to not miss anything. In episode 45, we see Cinema Man fighting with the infected Titan speakermen, and as they are destroying everything, the secret agent...
I really hope they can save the Titan speakerman.
Agent is just standing inside the house without any fear, which is insane for a human because after Skibidi toilets invaded many cities, we stopped seeing any humans in new episodes. The humans most likely died or just moved to other cities,
or they got
here he
into
is,
the tournament.
the secret agent analyzing and keeping an eye on the battleground. If we were to talk about his powers, we don't know much so far, but we can speculate that he won't be affected by the TV laser beams because of his glasses that we see on episode 47 and from Boom's profile picture. But other than this, he most likely possesses the ability fly or to teleport anywhere, or he may have a device that he uses to teleport because no human can travel everywhere that fast. And when it comes to pure strength or abilities, he may actually be more powerful than all the Titans and Skibidi toilets because he is always unfazed by them, even though he is a human. Even normal and giant-sized Skibidi toilets were scared of Cinema Man, as we can see on episode 41. This is the reason why I think the secret agent might be more powerful. But the problem is, we still don't know which side he is on, nor what's the reason he shows up in almost every battlefield. But when it comes to which side he is on, we may have gotten a new hint in the latest episode, Skibidi Toilet 52. But we'll talk about that later in the video when we get to episode 52. When we get to episode 46, we can see the secret agent again in the background. And the weird thing about this episode is that he appears before Cinema Man teleports to the location, even though they were in the same place a moment ago. This means that the secret agent can teleport faster than Cinema Man, or maybe he is a time traveler appearing everywhere all at once. I'll talk about my theories about who exactly the secret agent is at the end of the video because this is a very interesting topic.
Yeah.
Also, we see the secret agent unfazed again in this episode, even though the actual
This is why you are the elite cameraman. This is why you are truly elite.
cameraman are being killed and running away scared from the mutant Skibidi toilet. After this, we get to episode 47, which takes place in a destroyed city in the middle of the desert, and it's where the infected Titan Speakerman is running away and Cinemaman teleports there yet again. In the Cinema Man Theories video I made that you can watch after watching this video, I mentioned that this place is most likely pretty close to the Skibidi toilet's headquarters because the infected Titan Speakerman is running away and G-Man Skibidi toilet shows up trying to stop Cinema Man. Since this place is a destroyed city that was most likely destroyed by the Skibidi toilets, and we've yet to see a city destroyed to this degree. I'm assuming that this was the first city they destroyed and made their headquarters somewhere close, but that's a topic for another video. In this episode, we see Cinema Man clashing with G-Man's Skibidi toilet, and the infected Titan Speaker Man comes in last minute while Cinema Man was distracted and stabs his face, resulting in Cinema Man running away and having his TV broken. Right after G-Man notices us and shoots his lasers to us, but the video doesn't end, and with our camera being glitched, a new face appears looking into our camera, and this is the first time we see the secret agent up close. We learn that it's 100% Dafuk Boom, the creator of the series. And yet again, he shows up instantly after Cinema Man teleports. And this must have been a distance no human can travel this fast to. This further confirms my theory about him being able to fly or use some sort of teleportation like Cinema Man. Maybe he has the powers of all the Titans combined, but we don't know that yet. Or as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, he might also be a time traveler coming from the future, maybe thinking about how he could fix everything before the whole world gets destroyed, or maybe he is the bad guy that's behind all this.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll be talking about when we get to episode 52, but let's talk about episode 48 first. Yet again, we see the plunger cameraman fighting with the Skibidi toilets, and yet again, we get to see the secret agent in this episode watching the fight closely. In the 16th second of episode 48, when we, the POV cameraman, shoot our laser beam, the screen turned bright, and we can see the secret agent on the right side watching behind the window. Not much happens in this episode, but we can assume that the secret agent has a list of entities he watches over, which I think includes the plunger cameraman and Cinema Man, or it may be the infected Titan Speaker Man, because these three characters are always there when the secret agent shows up. And in episode 52, he shows up again when we see the plunger cameraman fighting, and as you can see, he is watching the battle from the rooftop. But there is something special about this episode.
How did I?
As you know, we covered that there...
As you can see, I'm so stupid to the point I didn't actually notice it, because I literally never noticed them.
Was a sign that said, "Your enemy is," and the other words weren't really visible. And this was on a frame where only the newly upgraded Titan cameraman was on screen. So I mentioned that it might be that he might become the enemy, but I wasn't sure if this sign was just a coincidence. So I decided to go to the map that Dafuk Boom mentioned in his description, and wanted to check for myself, and just like I guessed on the last video, this wasn't a coincidence, but a carefully put sign that had to be foreshadowing something. In the actual map, it's just a sign that showcases the New York Times and nothing else. There is nothing that mentioned an enemy, but we can clearly see that it's not the case when it comes to the actual video. And if we look at it straight on, the agent is literally right next to the "Your enemy is" sign, which could mean that he is the one behind everything. He could also be the person who leaked the cameraman base. My theory is that he might actually be the bad guy and the real enemy. He might be the one that created the Skibidi toilets. Maybe he is...
Or what if, like, hear me out, what if he is just literally not working with either side? He's just trying to be killing every entity so humans can become humans again. I mean, like, it's just a random guess, but it's still kind of far-fetched. I mean, you leak the cameraman's base, maybe. Yeah, I do agree for that, actually. What if he just wants them to die first and then the Skibidi toilet will probably die off themselves? I'm not too sure. This is just... Theories are supposed to be wild, random, and just thrown out of the bucket to be tested, okay? So don't spam comments stuff about me, okay? Calm down.
The one who also created the cameraman and the other species. He most likely has some very advanced tech, since we already know that he can teleport. He might be the one who created the teleporting tech the Cinema Man has. If this is true, he should be more powerful than every single entity in the series. And later on in the series, the Alliance and the Skibidi toilets might need to team up to stop the real enemy who might be the secret agent, resulting in an epic fight against all of the most powerful Skibidi toilets, cameramen, speakermen, and TV men going against the secret agent. Maybe if this happens, the secret agent might create another species to make an army to fight against everyone. If you have any other theories, make sure to comment down below and I might mention them in the coming videos. Also like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and check out our other...
Yep, go check out the link in the description. Check out this elite cameraman's channel. Let's go.